our goal is for every player to just work to be the best version of themselves, and he's the epitome of that, and a great example to his team.
Before the season, I think you said we might see more 4 wide receiver sets and passing situations. So is that something we could see more of in the second half, you think, of the year?
Yeah, you never know. We just hadn't had many situations, we really only had one fourth quarter game, so we haven't, the games have kind of, the first game we ran the ball forever, and the second game we threw the ball well, threw it all over the place, and had a good game. The third game, what was the third game?
Syracuse.
Who was second game? Texas A&M. Texas A&M was kind of but we didn't have a lot of, third and longs and things like that. And we just kind of, our plan, we really had control of the game. Syracuse, we threw the ball well, and then Charlotte, Trevor played about maybe 2, I don't even know if he played 2 quarters before we got him out of there. So,
One play in the second quarter, I think.
Yeah, there you go. So, it just kind of the way the season has gone. So we got a long way to go. So there's a lot of things that we may or may not do as we go through the course of the season. But certainly something that we can do, and we did last year at times. But we're right on track.
You kind of compared this year's start to the last few years, and again, as you said, the numbers are as good, if not better. But it does tend to be, it has been your tendency over the last few years, even when you've won a national championship, that first few games or maybe not, everybody's kind of like, well, is this everything right with Clemson? And then you blow everybody out by 20 after that. Is there a commonality to it? Is there a little bit of like everybody kind of get their feet wet early? Or
that's just college football. It's just hard. You got a new team every year, and there's a lot you got to figure out and learn as far as what you're best at, and you're figuring out. You don't know as much about the opponents early in the season. You don't have a lot of tape. But usually we get better as we go. I hope, and if there's been a MO, it's been that we get better, and so hopefully we'll continue to get better. But as far as if you just look at last year's team and this year's team, we have more sacks than last year's Freakazoids. I think we got 19 sacks. They had 17. Our scoring defense is still top 10. We're 9th. I think we're giving up 12 points a game. Last year we were giving up 16 points a game. Flip side, our offensively, the numbers are the same. We're scoring 38 points a game. We're passing the ball for more yards per game. Rushing's a little lower. Total offense about the same. Again, we've had a lot of garbage time in there too, where we're kind of non-competitive play, they can skew that a little bit. But again, third down percentage is higher, right at 46%. Last year, 42%. The biggest difference where we were last year is we've had more turnovers. We're -1. We were +1 last year at this time, and we've had more penalties. So that's the two things we gotta clean up and do a little better job, as we go down the road. But yeah, I think we're maybe haven't met some people's expectations, and I think a lot of people expect us to just destroy every opponent if we don't win by. Sometimes we win by 21 and people ain't happy. I've been there too. Oh my God, what's wrong? We only won by 21 points. There ain't nothing wrong. It's hard to win. And I just have a deep appreciation for how hard it is to win in college football, especially with a new team. And you're talking about a team that's won 4 games pretty handily, and then they were on the road. North Carolina can beat anybody in this league. They've got enough, and if they stay healthy, they're going to give everybody a challenge because they got enough. They got just enough. They don't have a lot of depth. But they played about a clean game. No turnovers, not many missed tackles. They did a nice job and milked the clock, and we make a few mistakes here and there. But those guys can play. They're pretty good. So you got to give the opponent. It's hard to win. It's just hard. But the objective is to win. And so from that standpoint, we've met the expectations. We're 5-0, and that's what we expected. But we got to get better. We're a work in progress, and hopefully we got a lot more games ahead of us. I know we at least got 7 more. So I want to see us get better. We're kind of going into halftime, the 6th game. We're almost halfway through. It's crazy that we're almost halfway through this season. The open date was great. I think we had a chance to really, study ourselves and things that we've done well, things that we haven't done not so well. And, but it's been more good than bad. It's been more good than bad. That's why we're 5-0. And I'm excited about this team. Getting back to work Saturday and see if we can continue to progress. And we just want to be our best. We just want to be the best we can be. I mean, we might be a 9-3 team. We might be a 10-2 team. I don't know. I just want to see commitment. I want to see work ethic. I want to see passion. I want to see attention to details. I want to see relentless effort. And see us not lose to Clemson. And control the things that we control. If somebody's good enough to beat you, they beat you, shake their hand, you move on. But fixing some of the mistakes, being more precise, precision, and detailed in what we're doing. So that's been our objective. Really worked a lot on Clemson these last 2 weeks. Certainly getting ahead on Florida State, but it's been a lot on ourselves. And the guys are eager to get back out there and go back to work. Love the challenge every week. Love it. That's what it's all about.
Anybody else?